this is up and running. Actually, hang on a minute. Turn that down a little bit. Yeah, I think that's good. Alright. Hello everybody. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Now this is kind of a continuation of my last previous video. I have thought of new ideas. Haven't gotten any new ideas from me yet, but I have thought of new ideas myself. I got a whole load of them here, oh shit, okay, that's not what I meant to do. Alright, well, I guess we'll go without that. Alright, well, let's just jump right into it since we're already here. So first idea, we're gonna go over bosses, I guess. A few ideas for these. First off, we have the Buyer Lizard fight. This fight can be any of them. It could be the one from SA2 or the one from Shadow Generations. But either way, a cool Buyer Lizard fight could be cool. I don't know what kind of skin you'd receive for it though. That's the thing. Yeah. There'd be no point in doing Adventure Shadow because he's already a skin inside of Space Colony Arc. Maybe they could change that, but I don't know. Next boss fight, I guess, kind of, would be against Black Doom. The Black Doom is kind of already been in the game as a fast friends. Now he could also become a character, like as a super character. I don't think many people probably will want to get him. His boss battle could be maybe the one based off of Shadow Generations. Cause I haven't played Shadow the Hedgehog, so I don't really know what kind of happens in his fight in that game. But I don't know. Maybe they could do that fight, I guess. Next up is Metal Overlord. This guy could be pretty cool. Again, this could be either from Sonic Heroes or Shadow Generations, but essentially, skin you probably receive for this maybe could be like Heroes Sonic in the team. You could also receive Hero Super Sonic at like the end of the event. That could be cool. Yeah, I feel it. No, that would be kind of only if it was like the Sonic Heroes one. If it was the Shadow Generations fight, I don't really know what they kind of do for that. Another fight is the Buyer Lizard again, but it's the Final Hazard one where he shoved his backside into the end of the cannon, Eclipse Cannon, on the Arc. Now this is a pretty simple thing for me to think of characters. Essentially, this would just be the boss fight, and the character you could get for this would be the super forms of both Grindshoe Sonic and Adventure Shadow. I would say Adventure Sonic, but Adventure Sonic in SSS is technically just SA1 Shadow. Sorry, SA1 Sonic. Also, here's the two guys if you're wondering what they would kind of look like. Yes, that could be kind of cool. I don't. Why the heck there's a meme here? Whatever. Alright, so they're bosses, I guess. Next up is something I couldn't think of much of last time: mounts. This is Team Sonic Racing cars. Essentially, these are essentially just cars from the Team Sonic Racing thing. This could become kind of a new for... Essentially, the motorbike could also fit into this section of these cars, I guess. Though, I don't think these would be able to jump or trick, though. Well, like, they could... they could trick. But I don't know if they'd be able to jump. Maybe they could... Maybe they could have, like, rocket propel thing. Shadow's motorbike can jump already, but that kind of makes sense, as you kind of can do something kind of like that. Maybe these could have like boosters on the bottom. They'd be kind of like similar to the rocket racing cars from Fortnite, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe you could also customize them also, but like Sonic racing cars could be really cool. You get characters for Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, obviously Shadow there, Silver. Maybe they can make their custom ones too. That could be kind of cool. Yeah. Next up, going for more of these kind of guys, going for characters. A pretty basic one I think of is Burning Blaze from... Yeah, essentially this is Blaze's super form. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Yeah, it essentially would just be a copy and paste. It could be kind of like a copy and paste from the Supersonic supersonic event, but it would be using the Soul Emeralds instead of Chaos Emeralds. Yeah. Another character would be Hyper Tails, and this guy's a bit more, and maybe Hyper Knuckles also. Hyper Tails would be a lot more thing, like on the right. See, Hyper Tails isn't just Tails there himself. It's also the super flickies. Like, whoa. And I have a really good idea for this guy. So essentially, Hyper Tails obviously, normally he'd just be, like, obviously Super Tails, he can fly like normal. Would probably be slower than Hypersonic, or maybe a little bit. I don't know. Maybe he'd be the same speed. Maybe he'd be slower. But the reason why this super flickies matter is because they would unequip all of your chows you currently have equipped and replace them with super flickies. Now, I have two ideas for this. Either they instantly just give you 5 of them, or only 3 of them, but you can get 5 by the Game Pass. It's just €6. It's not that much to buy Robux and by the Game Pass. But essentially, these flickies, they kind of act as fast friends. When you get the skin, you receive, like, 5 flickies, I guess. And these flickies would be fast friends, essentially. And what would happen was, they essentially, they get, there's 5 of them, and all of them have, besides from the molding, have XP, rings, and damage. They'd have different stats. The stats they would have would be, one could have Magna, one could have Luck, one could have Event, one could have Stamina. Essentially, if you can find 5 different stats that isn't XP rings or damage, it could be there, 5 different flickies. And then when you place the Hyper Tail skin, they become super, and their stats are doubled. And also their max number they can get to would be about 10. So in their super form, they would go up to like 20. That would be really good. Essentially, Hyper Tails himself. Now, what would Hyper Tails' stats be though? Obviously, he probably would have stamina, so he boosts longer. I would probably give Hyper Tails probably like Magnet. He could also probably glide, maybe also. Something like that, I don't know. Yeah, but that's kind of a cool idea. As for Hyper Knuckles, he'd just be a super form of Knuckles. We'll get back to characters in a little bit, as now we're going to move on to worlds. More worlds to think of. First off is Crisis City. Now, there's one reason why I'm putting this in, because I don't think many people would like to see Crisis City. There's one reason why, and it's a thing, I missed out on the ESP Silver event by accident. I didn't realise he came out. I went on holidays, and when I came back he was gone. I didn't realise. Yeah, I just... If they bring back Crisis City, then it's a pretty good reason for them to bring back ESP Silver. Yeah, that's kind of the whole reason. I'm kind of just being biased because I want the skin, but yeah. But yeah, Crisis City could still be a really cool addition. Yeah. So yeah, anyway. Yeah, Crisis City, and I really want ESP Silver. Please. Please, Gamefam, if you watch this video, please bring back ESP Silver in some shape, way, or form. I don't care how you do it, just bring it back some way. And another level is Rail Canyon. That was kind of running out of ideas, to be honest. Just pulled another random world out of my backside, and yeah, good to go. Now, this next section might even be its own section. This normally just looks like the white space of Sonic Generations and Shadow Generations. But this could be a lot more. This could be a really big event. Now I have 2 ideas for this. Number 1, it'd be kind of like Sonic X Shadow Generations, where essentially you can pick Sonic and Shadow Generations, Sonic or Shadow Generations, to play at any time. And essentially every week they'd add in a new area. First week, Sonic Generations you'd unlock the first area featuring Green Hill, Chemical Plant, Sky Sanctuary. Also, there being the classic Metal Sonic fight and the Death Egg Robot fight. How this works essentially, it essentially would just be Sonic Generations, but a bit different. Essentially, you'd go in and go on to play Green Hill, and essentially you'd be playing just a big Green Hill level. Now, it kind of it'd be a mix between Act 1 and it'd be a custom made mix between Act 1 and Act 2 of Green Hill in Sonic Generations. Same thing with every other level. Now that could be a really cool idea, to be honest. And then once you beat the level, essentially you can move on to the next level. But you can also get like red star rings. And now each red star ring itself, I don't really like, you can get maybe like some pet or something, like and maybe also a trail. But when you get all of them, you'd get a skin. Now first idea for a skin essentially would just be classic Sonic to bring him back again. Yeah, that would kind of work, I guess. But maybe I don't know. Maybe they could put maybe like a new classic Sonic skin in, maybe, since he's already been in the game. I don't know. And then a Chemical Plant, same thing. Maybe you can get classic Tails or something. I don't know. Sky Sanctuary definitely would be a Knuckles skin. High chance it'll be classic Knuckles. Again, I don't know. Classic Sonic, classic Tails were the first 2. Classic Game is the only one I don't have, which you can see right here. But essentially, classic Tails probably would kind of fit into Chemical Plant, I guess, and then classic Knuckles, obviously, Sky Sanctuary. Now, once you beat the stages, then you have to go and fight classic Metal Sonic, and this would essentially just kind of be a copy and paste of the classic Metal Sonic fight from Sonic Generations, but it's good though. And the thing is, people would actually do that, and if you beat it, well, yeah, you get the Chaos Emerald, I guess. But like you'd unlock, you'd get classic Metal Sonic as a character. Also, you're not limited like classic Sonic or modern Sonic characters. You can use whoever you want. But essentially, you could use those characters. Yeah. Now, quickly before over the levels, essentially, you can boost into destroy them. You can homing attack enemies. You can collect rings. Obviously, there's the red star rings. I'm not going to feature the Chow. Well, I guess you could get like the Chows features in the new Sonic Generations, and you could get those Chows as pets. They kind of just added the Chows just for extra gameplay, I guess, since it technically kind of was just like a remaster. It was technically just, it wasn't a remake, it was just a remaster, but like there wasn't really much added to it besides from the skins. Which also, quick side note, I don't know if this happened to anyone else, but I signed up for that petition to the newsletter, and I never received my Sonic Jam Legacy skin. Like, I never received it either in game for my console, or I never received an email for a code. The closest thing I got to it was like something for Sonic Superstars, like redeem your free skin for Sonic Superstars, like, and it was like showing Shadow and that Shadow skin and the Amy from like that random shop. Yeah, that's not what I was looking. That's not what it was. Yeah, unless it was, and maybe they just did it wrong, sent me the wrong email or something. Now also, I don't know why. Now also, if they tell now, of course, it's not console locked, because last game, Sonic Superstars, I got the modern Amy skin, so So that's BS if you tell me it's console locked. But anyway, that's side note over. But yeah, essentially, Sonic Generation thing would be cool. Fight Metal Sonic, you get it. Then you fight the Eggman fight, and you beat that, and you get the Chaos Emerald. Then you can't do anything else until next week. Now, the Eggman fight would be, I don't know what, like, unless they added in Eggman as a character beforehand, then normally I'd just pick classic Eggman, but you wouldn't be able to currently if Eggman wasn't added. So I don't really know who we really would add, I guess. There's a low chance this would even come into the game anyway, but still an idea. Don't know. Then like the next section comes out. Like maybe go back to like what I was on about Green Hill classic Sonic skin, like a new classic Sonic skin, new classic Tails, new classic Knuckles. The next section, we would have what's the place called? Speed Highway. You'd get the Dreamcast skin. Like a new Dreamcast skin. Not the Adventure Sonic skin like that. It's okay of a skin, but it's not, it gets the job done, but it's not really what we want. We want the Dreamcast skin. The Adventure Sonic that was on the Dreamcast. We want that kind of one. So doing that, you'd get that. City Escape, a pretty basic one, would just be Grind Shoe Sonic. Maybe also you'd also receive the maybe you could also get like an extra thing in some of these levels. You could probably get like the scrap board. I can't even remember how you got it. I think there was like a race suit shop thing. But anyway, yeah, that you could do that. Yes. Then what was the last one? Oh yeah, Seaside Hill. Could get like a Sonic Heroes base skin, like a Sonic Hero, Sonic or Tails, Knuckles. I don't know. This is a basic idea. The Shadow Fight. Now, the Shadow Fight, obviously that probably would be one of the best boss battles in the game. I say even after this event, they'd probably like keep the boss battles like classic Metal Sonic, Silver, and Shadow. Now, the Silver boss fight would be easy. You just get Silver, but I don't know about Shadow because Shadow already has like a really good event in the game already, so we can't really just copy and paste Shadow. So maybe we add in kind of another new Shadow skin. Also featuring something I'll get into in a little bit. Yeah. Maybe they could do something like that, I don't know. Then the Perfect Chaos fight. I don't really know, like probably just another like Sonic Adventure skin. But like one that isn't Sonic. Maybe like I don't know, Adventure Tales or something. I don't know. I don't really know what else they kind of put there. Then we have the next section, Crisis City. Since Blaze is already kind of there, I guess you could just put Blaze in. But Blaze already is one of the main characters and things. You wouldn't really be able to do Blaze. Huh. Yeah. So maybe like I don't know. So maybe a new Blaze or Silver skin. No. Do new Blaze skin. Then Rooftop Run, you could probably get like the Werehog again, because that's a pretty basic one I can think of. A Planet Wisp, I don't think anyone would really care about. Like, I need to think maybe like each red star ring would equivalent to like you get a different one of the wisps. Even though technically one of the only decent wisps is the Crimson Wisp. Like with the 0.9% base chance of getting like the White Wisp in Green Hill, it is like the worst Chow. Like it's my worst pet I have. Yeah, I don't know why. Like he just has I think he just has little damage. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's how that would be. Then, yeah. Then Silver Fight would just give you Silver, because he isn't already. Now, if they added in Crisis City as a world, Silver would be the character for that. And also, hopefully, my ESP Silver event will come back there also. So if that's the case, then they'd add in a new Silver skin there for you to beat Silver. And then the boss battle there. What's the boss battle there again? Oh yeah, the Egg Dragoon. Still, once again, I would have just said Eggman, but like I don't know what else to put. But since that wouldn't really work, I don't know what else to put there. So just another random skin, I guess. Then lastly, just the big fight versus Time Eater. You probably get like Super Sonic and Super Classic Sonic skins. Yeah. Maybe, yeah, now be just the Sonic Generation portion. Maybe they could also do Shadow Generations too. Maybe you could get like Doomwing Shadow again or something, but it'd be better for Sonic Generations. Or they do something similar to that, but it's based off of SSS 1.0, old areas and old occurrences and just things in 1.0 maybe. I don't know, maybe like old events or old skins or something. But to be honest, my first idea I just thought of is a pretty decent one, to be honest. So yeah, that was the big massive idea of that. Now also kind of like that, it would be cyberspace, based off Frontiers. Maybe they could do something similar to Generations, but maybe do it like Frontiers, maybe with cyberspace and stuff. I'm not gonna go too deep into this, but maybe you could do something like that. I don't know. Yeah, if we could maybe feature older skins or something. Anyway, next up we have some new abilities. First up is Tails Fly. I don't know if I've already said this before in my last one, but I'm gonna say it again. Tails Fly. It's a pretty basic thing. In the classic Sonic games, every time you play as Tails, well, besides from the first Sonic, first time Tails first appeared, Tails would always be able to fly. Tails flying is kind of became a staple in the game's franchise now, and making it an actual feature would be well deserved. Obviously, it'd be different to super flying, but still, giving him some way to fly would be cool. Maybe they could like activate it. Maybe your double jump become like the activating thing. Then like you can spam or hold it to like fly up, and it kind of goes towards like your energy meter or something. That could be cool. Another thing, it's already a feature, but we need to go over this. Give Classic Knuckles his glide! And also Movie Knuckles. This man literally created the glide in the Sonic franchise. Why does he not have it? It's not. I'm a loss of words because I can't talk about it. It's so annoying. Do this. I don't even, and also Movie Knuckles would be nice to have it too, but just Classic Knuckles. Give him his glide. Next up is animations, specifically mainly for Shadow. When Doom Shadow came to the game, I was expecting it be kind of like I love how they did with him, but there's one part that the more that I see it, the more I'm not really happy. It's his animations. They just kind of copy and pasted his regular animation he already has in the game, which, don't get me wrong, isn't bad. But it could be better. Like, every time I'm boosting, I can just see, like, it kind of a twitch, like it's swapping to a new animation. And every time I see that, I go like, ugh, I wish it was something different. Now, I know a lot of fans aren't a fan of the little Shadow Fly boost, but I'm kind of indifferent about it. I kind of like it. And I kind of wish like Doom Shadow, maybe like the Shadow skins would have that boost. Like that, there we go, that's it. Like this. This is the thing I like. I actually like this flying boost. And I'd like them to, and maybe also for Doom Shadow, his jump ball instead of just the regular one, make it like actually a jump ball. This also goes to show for other characters like the Sonic skins and Classic Sonic, maybe even the Tails skins. Maybe his tails like kind of pop out when he does that, because that's kind of thing that he can kind of do. But yeah, this kind of thing for Shadow would be really nice. Next up is going back to the skins. More gold style ones for the eggs. First up, a pretty basic one, but also a really rare one probably, would be a golden supersonic. Or like just essentially a limited super skin. This would probably be one of the rarest. They probably would make like a 1,000 of them. Kind of like how fake gold Sonic was. This guy would be rare. Like, really, really rare. Like, 0.1% chance. This guy would be really, really rare. And he'd be, like, really, really cool. But he'd also be really, really cool. And if people got him, it'd be brilliant. Yeah. And he'd probably get, like, an event stat of, like, he'd give me, like, 20. He'd become literally best character in the game. And also Magnus. Yeah, that'd be cool. Another one, it would be... We've already had, like, gold style shadow skins. But a new one that actually has Chaos Spear and Chaos Snap. I don't know if any of them do. But that could be a really cool thing. Having, like... I don't know if they do, because I don't have any. But it'd be really cool to have, like, a limited gold style shadow with Chaos Spear. The other one would be a limited gold style silver. Now I know this one here. I don't actually know if there was yet. I don't think there was. But essentially a limited gold style silver. That could be really cool. Or you know, an ESP silver. Yeah, but that could be really cool. What is this? Okay. Yeah, but that could be kind of cool. Now, lastly, my final feature, which is a pretty big one. Oh, what's this? Ah, I see. Last one, a pretty big one, I guess. Kind of like the Sonic Generation one. Is a new type of shop. Now we've had two different types of shops. We have the base shop, which you can normally just buy Robux with, and then the seasonal shops, which it seems like Sonic Space Simulator's Gamefam's trying to move away from. Oh, you're Sonic Jam again. But I'm thinking of a new type of one for the current one that's always here, that kind of updates every week. Maybe every month, or maybe every like few months or something, we get to kind of vote. Now this voting would be like a big vote, where you could vote on maybe like a super skin to come back to the game, and people could buy, like for the shop. Of course, a lot of people will probably pick the skins I don't want. Like, they probably wouldn't pick ESP Silver. But essentially, bring back maybe super characters. Like maybe you could vote between, like, first time there'd be all four of them. Then the next time there'd only be three of them. The one beside the one that picked would be gone. Then next one there'd be the one that wasn't picked. Then the next one, two of them would be gone. And then lastly, there'll be one left that which they don't have to vote for. But maybe they could also do maybe instead of doing that, or maybe they could pick for old skins that haven't seen the light of day in ages, like old skins that have been in the game for a while, like Ryder's Knuckles or Ryder's Tails, or like Camping Knuckles, like whatever this skin was called. Or just pretty much just any other kind of skin like that. That could be kind of cool. But yeah, we're just kind of a racing thing. I only thought of this just as another method for me to get my ESP Silver back again. But like, what the heck is going on here? But essentially, that could be kind of cool, where you could people could kind of vote sometimes for like some skins to come back to the shop. But yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, so those are more ideas for updates. Of course, like I said, there's a high chance none of these would actually come to the game. Yeah, I'm hoping they will, maybe someday. As I said, I want to get my silver skin back. You know how it goes. I want it back. Yeah. Well, I want the skin to come back. But yeah. So yeah, yeah. That's kind of it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed me rambling on about this. And yeah, I'll see you next time. See ya on the front lines. Goodbye!